Hey witches, it's Willow Moonlight, and today I am going to begin a series I hope to continue. I will just simply call it Tea Inspired by Tarot. I first got this idea from Headology and the Witch, from her video, The Witch's Tea Ceremony, using herbal teas to add depth to your tarot path working. So let's begin. The card that I would like to feature today is Temperance. When a lot of people look at what the Temperance card means, they often have a hard time grasping this card. For some people, it just doesn't come up very often, or people just misunderstand what this means. So I'm going to give you my best interpretation of this card, and I really connect to this card because I do consider this to be my shadow card. My Enneagram is 9, so any Enneagram 9s out there I think will really understand this card. So let's dive in. Temperance is about enthusiasm and optimism and frank expression. She's open-minded, very independent, and can handle volatile situations really well. Not only is she good at healing, but she is, at her best, she is healed, and she tempers life with the right combinations. You'll notice a lot of the time she is depicted as holding 2 chalices and pouring one liquid from another. If you're into cooking at all, you'll sometimes hear about people tempering eggs, because you don't want to just put the eggs into the dish right away because they're going to basically become scrambled eggs. So you have to do a process of, introducing gradually, whatever it is that you're mixing into it for the heat. So that way the eggs can, temper to, that particular temperature. I'm not a chef, but I have had to temper eggs before, so excuse my wording of things. And that's what she does. She tempers things, and she knows the right combinations. She knows the right approach. She is about physical and spiritual work together. She is accommodating because she understands people. She understands things from all different perspectives. She's a really good listener. She's about creating harmony and compatibility. She will be willing to test things and try things out, see what works and see what doesn't work. She's very good at management, very good at blending environments and creating harmony. However, there is another side to the card. If you think of Temperance at its best being in the middle and having 2 extremes on either end, a person could be out of balance if not at their optimal stage with this card. There could be some conflict, some stress, perhaps some avoidance around conflict. Everything is just uncombined. There's a disunion. A person who is out of balance would be uncooperative. There would be quarrels. It would be just very impractical, very impatient and frustrated. This person would also then lack compassion because, again, Temperance at its best is somebody who can, easily understand all these different perspectives and can just understand people. But out of balance, not so much. They could be someone who hoards or has an eating or addictive disorder. Maybe they might also have an easy come, easy go attitude. So let's look at the herbal selection that I chose for this card. There are many different herbs out there and many different combinations would work. This is just simply the one that I chose in the correspondences that I have researched through many different books and cross-referenced from many different books. So The first ingredient is lemon balm. Lemon balm is for emotional wellness and can support us at the beginning of new relationships and friendships, or comfort us at the end. This is coming from Plant Witchery from Juliet Diaz. Lemon balm is very good for closure. Very good for lifting those negative energies. She's very soft-spoken, according to Diaz, and has a gentle message for us. So lemon balm is very quiet, and we have to really listen, or we're going to miss her words of wisdom. She helps us activate and awaken us. She's very calm. There's clarity and concentration, emotional healing, heartbreak, open to love in the senses. So, of course, when we talked about Temperance being out of balance, I think that this herb in particular can help restore us to that optimal state. She heals us when we're, able to understand and have that clarity, that awakenness, and be able to heal ourselves. We can then start to understand other people. Or so I think. Now let's see. Her planetary correspondences are Jupiter and the Moon. Zodiac sign Cancer. She is a yin or a feminine energy and represents the element of water. Another ingredient that I used in this iced tea is lemons. Lemons have those cleansing vibes to it. It's often used in cleaning products. It's helped to strengthen fidelity, love, moon magic, and its association with lunar celebrations is very prominent. And according to Scott Cunningham, when mixed with sugar, you can maximize the results. And overall, lemons represent happiness. And if you look at Temperance, I think this all fits very well because she is very dedicated and works well, with the management theme and seeing all different perspectives. I think that's going to take some of her strengths and just, her ability to, to remain faithful, that fidelity aspect. So really good ingredient to add in. I also want to talk about the planetary correspondences with the moon. Her polar energy is feminine or yin, and her element is water. And of course, another ingredient that I wanted to add in there was raspberries. So raspberries just have this mothering, nurturing quality to them. They ease us the various stages of the feminine. So mother, maiden, and crone, as you're transitioning to those, she can help. Raspberries are good for using with the moon cycles, along with the other herbs that are very, heavily in tune with the moon cycles. Raspberries have powerful wisdom. They can help us release attachments. So Temperance, I think when Temperance has experienced trauma, they do have a tendency to hold on to things and act from that place of trauma. It helps us with clarity. It explores the concept of fear and our needs and optimism. It gives us inner security. It helps us with our own self-work and also with regaining trust. Raspberry corresponds with Leo and Taurus, and also has a planetary correspondence with Venus. It is a yin and feminine energy and is the element of water. Last ingredient that I put in here, which is completely optional, but I really find balances out some of the tartness of the lemon, but also honey has some of its own correspondences. So with honey, honey corresponds with the planetary energy of the sun. Yes, I know the sun is not a planet, but hear me out. Corresponds with the sun. It corresponds with the element of air. It gives that I don't know, that sort of golden sunshine effect to it. But there is some conflict as to the correspondences with honey because, according to Rachel Patterson, honey corresponds with earth, the element of water, and with feminine energy, whereas Michael Fury says that it corresponds with earth, Venus, and yin energy. I tend to see honey as being kind of like an air, more of that air energy, but it is very thick and heavy like earth or like water. However, just that golden color, that sweetness, it really just boosts your spells, and it works again very well with lemons, and it's for purification, health, love, and happiness. So who doesn't want to add that into their iced tea? Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in my next episode.